Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Intro
music.
Blah, blah, blah.
That would have ended by now, but that's okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Davidson Carson.
And I am Brielle.
And we are...
in search of nonsense.
There we go.
I did it.
You did it.
I did it. I was a little bit nervous. I wrote it down.
Well, you got that part down.
Yeah, I had to, or I would forget.
There you go. So what are we doing here, bro? What are we doing?
We are talking about things that we believe in or we don't believe in.
That's
such
true.
as
Yes.
conspiracy theories.
Yes.
Probably get into some cults because cults are connected to conspiracy theories.
Yes.
And
for those of you who don't know, we live in a very culty place.
You know what? I don't think I would consider it culty. More interesting.
Yes, and we'll get into that more in another episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think we'd also touch on some... Okay, it's not... John Benet Ramsey.
Yeah.
That's a conspiracy.
That's a conspiracy we can talk about.
David and I are on the same
You
page
have your
with some
theories.
things.
I agree with you with your theory on that. Yeah. That's a whole other episode.
Whole other
episode.
But today we are introducing ourselves.
Yes.
It's our introduction episode.
Is the inaugural episode? Is that how that works?
Number 1.
Number 1. Episode 1 of however many of these we do. Hopefully for a long, long time. Yeah, it's the first episode, and yeah, we just wanted to do like a little get to know us first and
talk about ourselves.
Talk about ourselves.
What kind of like conspiracy theories, blah blah blah, etc. that we believe in or like to deep dive to at 2 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, I get a lot of cryptid videos from her, a lot of skinwalkers at 2 a.m.
Well, like, sometimes I can't sleep.
And some of those TikTok, like, you'll never believe what you just see, like, videos are actually freaky.
They are. There was this one that I come across at least once a week. It's terrifying. I don't know how real it is, but these, like, 2 guys order this clown off of the dark web.
No.
And the
I
clown,
already hate that.
The clown is like 7 feet tall. Now, I don't know if the guy's
So wait, is it a person
or
or
what? Person.
Ew, hate that. Disgusting.
It's like actually terrifying because...
Okay, hold on. So this is a clown that you order to come to your house?
Yes, the guy, the clown came to this person's house. And they ordered it off the dark web. And this person showed up. Like 7 feet tall.
I hate that.
It was creepy looking. Like it looked like it would kill you. And the voice was like, "Hello." I'm like, I have a clown fear. I have a fear of clowns.
Same, whatever that is called.
The amount of times phobia. I have watched that video because I hate myself apparently is actually terrible. And then I'm laying beside Sean and Sean's like, "Go to bed," and I'm like, "No, I just heard something outside." And
it could be that fucking clown.
It's that fucking clown. I'm gonna show you it after this.
Please do.
But it's like the dark web is something
too much.
I want to experience one day, but I don't know if I actually. Just to like see it, because dark web.
Dark
web.
Web. Hashtag dark web.
Yes.
Hashtag team too much.
Hashtag just. Yeah, clowns. But like, yeah, we've bonded. Our friendship
has very much bonded over a love of the spooky, the supernatural, as I like totally miss my finger as I'm trying to count.
Yeah, the spooky.
The spooky, the supernatural. We love cryptids.
Yes.
Bigfoot is a big fan of ours. We're a big fan of Bigfoot.
We're a big fan of Bigfoot.
Skinwalkers. All the skinwalkers.
All the vampires.
Werewolves.
Wolf people, wolfmen,
dogmen. That's something we can talk about.
That is going to be an episode.
That's going to be a really good episode.
It's going to be like a vloggy kind of episode.
Yes, we want to do, so like, preview to what we're going to talk about in the episode of Dogmen, which I think we should be our next episode, because I feel like we're most excited about that.
We are very excited about it, and now that, like, the snow has melted, it is something that we can drive to.
Yeah. Okay, so, like, preview of what's coming. So we live in Winnipeg, and there's a town, how far away is it? Like half an hour?
No, it's probably like an hour and 2 hours away.
2 hours away. Called St. Lupicin. Like, this town is basically called St. Werewolf.
Yeah, basically.
Like...
And there is someone that I have talked to. And she lives out in that area. And she has told us some weird stuff. And the locals don't talk about it with anyone. The locals only talk about it with themselves.
That's what makes it, like,
and
legitimate
they
for
have,
me.
like, some folklore, weird stories.
Yeah.
The wolves come out right now. Timber wolves go out there sometimes. So people just have weird experiences out there. They say it feels weird. So that is, like, something we're banking on.
We're hoping to go out there and do, like, a vlog type video.
Hopefully
in the future.
People talk to us. I don't know how hick we look, but we could make ourselves look hick.
With our, like, Disney and mushroom shirts. Yeah.
But
it's a good time.
That's a huge thing
that actually really would be a lot of fun and exciting. For me, what makes it legit is, like, they don't talk about it.
They don't talk about it. And I've never heard about it.
No! Like, we wouldn't have known.
And that's why it's kind of sketchy.
Like, if they're, like, I feel like the internet would love, and to me already as, like, a consumer of media, like, I love the idea of, like, this secret werewolf town that they just don't...
Manitoba.
In Manitoba, of all places, that, like... So, like, what was some of the stuff you said that they, like...
They
see large wolves, or you hear howling just random times? Large wolves,
you see howling at random times. The locals don't talk about it with outsiders. It has to be something that's, like, brought up, and if they want to talk about it, then they talk about it with you. And it's weirdly, like, it's hard to get there because it's very, at that part of Manitoba, it's, like, very hilly. And it's, like, gravel road.
Yeah.
Small town. They said it's, like, very, like, hick kind of...
It's Deliverance. It's it's like a banjo playing.
One church. One old church, obviously, because it's a saint.
Yeah, and it's got a cross, I bet, on the top.
Probably made of wood.
To scare away the vampires. But
gosh,
that's an episode I'm excited for.
Yes,
So that's a little sneak peek of what could be coming.
Basically what our podcast will be about.
Yeah. Anything fun, school. I combined school. Anything cool.
And
let me take some water here. This is why we build breaks into the show.
This is an edited part.
This is an edited part.
This is a part
this isn't staying in. It's totally staying in. Oh, hello.
We're filming outside.
We were filming outside.
And there's a really loud van.
What is he doing? That's not a van. What is he doing?
This is just something that happens.
Is he gonna make it?
I don't know. Really? Yes.
Oh yeah, he made it. We're back. It's here. Hello.
Hi.
What are we doing again? Okay. So yeah, stuff. Okay. So Brielle, what are some of your? Yeah. Oh, she's ready. Brielle, what are some of your favorite cryptids, theories, conspiracies?
Okay.
Let's do it.
A couple years ago, I came across this whole secret cult conspiracy thing that involves the Queen.
Okay.
R.I.P. if you're into that thing.
R.I.P.
But it's called...
I just did Father, Son, Holy Spirit, but...
Order of 9 Angels. Now...
Oh, Order of 9 Charlie's Angels.
It's called the ONA or O9A. It's a satanic and left-hand path occultist group, which is based in the United Kingdom, and associated groups are based in other parts of the world. So there is claim that it was established in the 1960s, and it rose to, like, recognition in the 80s.
Okay.
Attracting attention from neo-Nazi ideology and activism, describing its approach as traditional Satanism.
Love it.
It's also been identified as exhibiting Hermetic. Side note, Hermetic code.
What's Hermetic code?
Oh my god, what is it called? The legislative building here in Manitoba.
Oh, okay, that's kind of what I was referring to when we say we live in Winnipeg. There's some stuff going on with the legislative and the Parliament building.
Yeah.
And stuff
with
Hermetic code and ley lines. It's fascinating.
We're going to do a whole episode on it because I have a book. That's how into it I am. But this cult has also been connected to Hermetic code and pagan ideology.
Love it.
So now, the reason...
So they're just not good people.
They're not. The reason that I love
Not that pagans are bad. We're not saying that.
It's just this cult is kind of sketchy.
This cult's a little... Yeah.
Now, it's also been connected to the Queen. Okay. Because they were saying that the Queen was involved in it. They say that there is child sacrifices, blood sacrifices. A whole episode right there, yeah. It has, because it got so popular in the 80s, it has now surpassed just within England, and it's all over kind of North America. It's been the cult that they say that the presidents are a part of, and that is, like, probably my number one most intriguing thing. I love cults.
Cults are pretty fun.
Cults are, like, and there's always 3 things that goes on with the cult. When things are cultish, there's, like, 3 different things. Yeah. There's one main person that they idolize. Yeah, the figurehead. Communal living.
That part.
Communal living. And then, like, weird ideology.
And there's a lot of sex stuff.
A lot of sex stuff. Or a lot of, like, interpersonal...
It's sex stuff.
Weird, yeah.
There's a lot of polygamy going on. There's a lot of, like, twisting of religion, I feel like.
Yes. And I think it's because they idolize one person. But that is basically, like, first of all, that's my number 1. Number 2, I love anything that has to do with, like, Bigfoot, skinwalkers, vampires. Weird, like, werewolves. The underground tunnels. The people who go missing in parks.
The missing 411, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That part.
Any kind of, like, weird... The President's Book. Okay, so it may be a thing from National Treasure Hunter.
I think it's just National Treasure.
National Treasure.
National Treasure Hunter, the bootleg.
National Treasure Hunter bootleg. It's still starring Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
Okay, but it became a thing back then, but people were saying that it was already kind of something in talks. That there was always this book from the presidents from the years.
Oh, isn't it that book that every president gets? Okay.
Yeah, and it's like all this weird stuff that has happened, like that they write down, stuff that's not supposed to be out in public. I believe in that. Yeah. And that there was, like, seances in the White House due to Abraham Lincoln. Mm-hmm. I've watched a podcast on that. It was called Supernatural by Ashley Flowers, who also does Crime Junkie. And so if you guys want to hop on over to that podcast. That's a really good podcast, and she talks about all things supernatural. But those are, like, my jams.
Yeah.
At 2 a.m. when I send you videos.
Yes, of skinwalkers.
Usually just, like, skinwalkers, John Benet Ramsey, and then sometimes random, like, Ring doorbell videos.
That's a whole new phenomenon of, like, hello, Crow.
That was kind of creepy.
That spooky. That part.
Spooky boo.
Spooky boo. That's a whole new phenomenon, hey, of creepy doorbells, like door cams of, like, okay, that's what I thought when you said you order that clown to come. Is that, like, a doorbell thing?
No. This person actually filmed it.
Ew.
But imagine seeing that. Imagine having one of those Ring bell cameras, whatever they're called.
They're freaky.
And you, like, watch, and you see this, like, person.
Yeah.
I think that would make I'm already on edge constantly, every day. I think someone's gonna kill me.
It's true, we did get it. One night we got a text from her at, like, 3 a.m. being like, guys, there's someone who is in my apartment.
It was just a cat. It was my cat. It was my brother's cat. I thought, that's a whole story. But I think those Ring doorbells would actually make me worse.
Because you can see it. Because it's now no longer, like, it's an audible thing of, hey, someone is here, and now you have a visual of who is at your door trying to get into your house. That's terrifying. And you hear stories of, like, around Halloween, there was this guy who came, it made the rounds on TikTok a couple weeks ago, of this guy in a Michael Myers mask who, like, went to this house the day before Halloween, started playing I'm getting ahead of myself. He went to this house in the Michael Myers mask and was, like, just trying to be creepy. So the people who own the house watched the footage back and were like, wouldn't it be creepy if he came back the next night and played the Michael Myers music?
And did he?
Guess what happened? There's no way that he would have known that they watched that footage back and said that. So that next night, Halloween night, I think it was, like, I can't remember the time, but yeah, sure enough, comes back, whole Michael Myers getup, plays the Halloween music at like blasting in the wee hours in the morning. That's terrifying. Like what? literally. Like, it's stuff like that that's just like, I love a little mystery to life. Yes. I like when it's a little spooky.
I love when life is spooky because it keeps you on your toes.
Keeps you alive.
Keeps you alive.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of spook takes you a long way. I think it adds years.
Well, they actually say that, I can't remember which study it was, but yeah, like watching horror movies and stuff actually like extends your.
Yes, I could see that.
Because you like learn how to like keep yourself alive, or
you're
more aware, you're more alert of your surroundings.
I'm gonna live till like I'm 120. I've watched
just so many. Just from fear.
Yeah, just from fear. I've watched so many scary movies.
That part.
The worst one though. Okay, before we get it. Okay. What are your
My favorite ones? Okay, so I love, like, the Cryptids. I love creature feature movies. So, like, talking about favorite horror movies, like, I love, like, the shark movies. I love the monster movies.
Shark? Like
shark
Jaws?
movie, yes. I love, Deep Blue Sea.
Is it because, like, it's real? Like, sharks are real?
Yes, because a shark is, like, it's something that you could legitimately face. And I think the more a movie is set in, like, everyday life, like, as soon as a movie's set in a house, like, it makes your mind go, oh, that could happen to me.
Yeah. Any kind of scary movie that is real.
Yeah.
Or that could be real. Makes my skin crawl.
Or, like, as soon as, like, ghosts and demons and shit are involved, I'm like, nope.
I still watch
this shit.
I still watch them.
They're great.
And I hate myself
But I was deathly terrified of Insidious. Because I remember the one night I watched Insidious. Do you know how they go to, like, the dream world or the other world? I wake up. And, like, all my friends are gone. So I'm like, I'm in...
What?
The fucking dream world. Because I'm calling for them, I can't hear them. No, they were just in, like, another room drinking and partying. But it was just... I legit woke up and I was like, I am in the fucking ghost demon world. That
I hate
song,
that song.
I hate it.
The person who sings it?
Oh. The little... What's his name?
Little Timmy or something?
Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim.
Worst scary movie ever, though. Worst scary movie ever.
Insidious?
Hereditary.
Hereditary's fucking disgusting.
I like, even thinking about it makes
the fact that movie could
cry.
make this sound horrifying. Right? Like, ugh! Like, the fact that movie can make a tongue pop. Like, the most visual, like, skin-crawling
If you've never
feeling.
seen it, we're not going to say, like, any kind of spoilers.
Yeah.
But if you have seen it, you know.
You know what that brings. The visual, the literal, like, physical reaction to that sound.
And that was like another thing. That whole movie made me deep dive into that whole...
Because that was based off of a real... Okay, so, like, without spoilers... Basically, the spiritual folklore in that movie is based off of a real demon.
A real demon in a pagan cult that, like, worships this demon.
Yeah.
Can't remember the demon's name at the moment.
Do we want to say his name out loud?
No, I don't. So
but basically, he's one of the lords of hell.
It's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. We don't need
Honestly,
that guy here.
Like, who played Beetlejuice again? I can't remember
Michael
his name.
Keaton.
You know what? If
Batman.
Michael Keaton comes, then I'm okay with that.
She's like, if Michael Keaton comes. Just say Michael Keaton, Michael Keaton, Michael Keaton.
You know what? If that was actually a thing, I'd be like, I'd be saying a lot of celebrities' names. I'm just saying.
I feel like we all would if we could command people.
Sorry to my fiance.
He already looks like 3 very good-looking celebrities, though.
That's very true.
So you already have 3 celebrities in one with Sean. Shout out to Sean.
Shout out to Sean for...
He's off screen right now.
He's very off screen because he doesn't like being on the screen, but he's our critic.
Yeah. So, if there's something you guys don't like, he's probably said it to us.
We'll probably ignore you, too. Favorite
conspiracies? I love the idea of... I know it's so outlandish and ridiculous. I don't think it's real, but I love the idea of it. The reptilians, which I know, yes.
I am actually so upset that I didn't mention the reptilian
You never mentioned the reptilian elite.
The reptilian elite.
That shit fascinates me.
Look into it.
That's a whole, you could do, never mind an episode,
a
series.
Series on the reptilian elite, the reptilian celebrities, the reptilian freaking presidency, the Queen.
It's fascinating to me.
Queen Lizzie Lizard.
Queen Elizabeth.
The reptilian elite.
The reptilian elite.
It's just, I can't believe I forgot about that.
And that's like a whole thing, because they believe, like, the gist of that is, like, that they're aliens. I think they're called the Anunnaki.
Yeah.
We're going to dive into that. That's a whole series.
Yes.
That's going to be a good time.
That is a whole series.
But yeah, other conspiracies. I believe your theory is on John Benet Ramsey.
Yep.
Long story short, we think it's the brother.
We do. I'm sorry. But apparently their house is on...
It's on so their house is on Zillow.
Yes,
their house is on Zillow right now.
And people, this girl that I follow...
But they're not saying that it's the house.
They're not saying that it's the house. And this girl that I follow...
Which I don't know is, like, is that false advertising?
I think it kind of is.
Yeah.
And they show, like, they show the basement where
but they
she
don't
dies,
call it the basement.
But they don't call it the basement. They call it like the game room.
The game room. I'm like,
no.
That's where she fucking died, man.
But there was a body there once.
And there's like, did they change any of the furniture?
No, I think they said that they kept it all.
So like, you can have the couch that like the families took photos in after in the press and everything.
Yes.
And
yeah.
Wow.
The brother did it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry to say, it's unless it was someone who like broke in and entered.
Right, but
they always say it's someone close to the family, right?
Did you hear about that girl from Portugal who thought that she was,
John Benet Ramsey?
Not John Benet Ramsey, but what's her name? That McLean. McLean girl.
Or do you mean Madeleine McCain?
Madeleine McCain.
No, but I thought that they saw her.
They did a DNA test on this one girl, and it's not actually her, but. It's been said that Madeleine McCain is not dead.
No, they think she's being trafficked right now.
Yes.
Which is really sad because she's like a little kid.
Very, very sad. She's very little. And there's low-key, okay, I watched the documentary on it. Low-key, there is a part of me that thinks that the parents were in on it.
I'm sorry. The way that they were like, oh, we were just partying in front. No, you're not that neglectful.
Of your child.
For you to leave them in a foreign country alone, unattended, in a hotel unlocked?
And the thing is that they were like, oh yeah, we were so close to our hotel. They were a 10-minute walk away.
That's not close.
That's not close. Close is I was across the... Yeah. I was in another room in
like
the
10-minute walk.
Building.
Okay, but that's still a decent amount of walking time.
That's a decent amount of walking time, and that's enough amount of time for people to go into that room.
Plenty of time to take that kid gone forever.
10 minutes away, if someone screamed, especially a little kid,
you're not going to hear that.
You wouldn't hear it. No, it's impossible. I'll walk 10 minutes away, and you tell me if you hear me. I won't do it right now, but I know that I'm right.
Yeah,
I'm right. But yeah, Madeleine McCain.
Madeleine McCain's a big one. Ooh, are you a fan of the Lisa Lamb? The girlfriend in the water tank in that hotel? Yeah.
I watched a documentary on it.
Was she from Winnipeg?
No, she's from Vancouver.
I know she's Canadian.
She's from Canada. I think she's Vancouver.
Okay.
But I watched a whole documentary on it because of the Cecil Hotel. The Cecil Hotel.
Yes, that's where Lisa Lamb, yep.
Has weird stuff that's happened there.
I think there's some supernatural shit going on. I don't know if
I do too. Yeah. I don't know if it has anything to do with... I don't know if Lisa Lamb was a part of the
case, yeah.
kind of weird stuff. There is a part of me that thinks maybe it was suicide. Due to her
I still want to know how
issues,
she fucking got up there,
but
though.
Yes,
I still want to know.
How she got in there and how she closed the thing.
That's why I'm like, either someone dumped her in there, I think
there is a part that someone dumped her in there because they have video footage of inside the elevator, but they don't have...
But she doesn't leave the elevator.
She doesn't leave the elevator. So, like, they must not have... Back then, they must not have had video cameras in the hallways to go to the hotel rooms. Yeah. So all you see is the footage of her in the elevator. Anything could have happened from the time that she was in the elevator and any time until she was found. Like, she could have went on a floor. She could have been meeting someone. She was there in that hotel for about 2 weeks already, I think.
When did they find her?
I think it was like a couple days later. Because they were starting to see weird stuff in the water.
Yeah, because her fucking body was in there.
So, like, I don't know. I think there was some weird stuff involved, and...
We'll cut that part.
I think
Same, dude. That's our reaction.
I think there was weird stuff involved, and I think that I think there was weird stuff involved.
And cut. Should we take a break? Should we take a break?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a break. Okay, and we are back with some more In Search of Nonsense. Yes.
This is David.
David.
Brielle.
What do you want to talk about next?
Well, I wow. This
Same.
This is a first.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we should tell them like what is kind of gonna go on, how we're gonna release the podcast, how you can find us.
We will be releasing this podcast in an audio-visual experience on YouTube on our In Search of In Search of Nonsense podcast channel.
Yes.
We're gonna have a whole separate YouTube page for that.
Yeah. You can find all the links and everything in our Instagram bios and on David's other YouTube channel.
Yes. And we're also going to have an Instagram page.
Should we do an Instagram page?
I think we should do an Instagram page.
You can run it then.
I'll run the Instagram page. I'll run the Instagram page.
I already have another Instagram page and I'm terrible at running it.
I can take care of it. We'll just do shorts and
everything
and reels and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going to do Instant. Find us on YouTube, Instagram. We're also going to do Spotify, fingers crossed. That way, for those of you who want just an audio experience, we're going to do the podcast through Spotify.
If you don't want to see our faces.
If you don't want to see us because you're like,
rude.
But
that's okay.
But that's fine.
Honestly, I'd rather you just hear my voice than see my face.
I'm down for whatever way you listen to us. For anyway. But if you just want a great like audio, like throw it on in the car on your commute to work. In your commute to work. In your commute to work.
But just imagine
if you just want like
driving 8 a.m. and you hear David say,
"Is the reptilian elite?" Yeah.
On In Search of Nonsense. Is the reptilian elite in your city? I think that's
find out
now.
Up. That's a great way to wake up.
I'd wake up to David's
opinion.
voice. That's weird. I'm sorry.
I don't even wake up to my own voice.
I actually don't talk in the morning.
I don't either. I don't have to. I don't talk if I don't have to.
Exactly. So you hearing us in the morning would be a treat.
Or any time of the day, really.
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
That you choose to listen to us.
2 o'clock in the morning.
3 a.m. when you're watching Skinwalker videos.
Yes, you can listen to us.
You can listen to us talk about Skinwalker videos eventually.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we want to do a whole bunch of topics. We want to do cryptids, conspiracies, as we were talking about, cults, all that good stuff. So you can expect stuff on Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, Skinwalkers,
the Loch Ness Monster.
That's like that's a summer episode. I want us to go film at like a lake.
Yeah. Aliens, UFOs, Falcon Lake.
Okay, fun fact. That lake was created by a meteorite. There could be aliens.
Is that weird?
Probably not.
Yes.
But, Actually, I know of someone who had a Bigfoot encounter at that lake. Never mind. I lied. Even better. Touched a UFO. Sharon. That part. That'll be in a future episode.
I'm shook. I don't even have words to say now.
Ooh.
I'm upset that you didn't say this to me earlier.
I just remembered it right now. And I just remembered this right now. How did I forget about this? Yeah, so a friend of mine, was it his grandfather? I'll have to talk to them. He encountered a UFO at Falcon Lake. Not Falcon Lake, West Hawk. And the exhaust of the UFO burnt him. And he has physical scars on his body.
I listened to a podcast on that from Supernatural with Ashley Flowers, and she talked about that.
Yes.
Is he the dude?
Potentially. Was it from West Hawk?
Yes.
That might have been him. That was my friend's grandfather. Or great-grandfather.
Oh my god,
Small
I feel
world.
like I know a celebrity.
Well, I don't know him.
Wow.
I just know my friend who knows him.
I feel like I know
We're a couple degrees removed from a supernatural celebrity.
Yes.
Fave podcast. But yeah, stuff like that. Favorite podcast. Okay, a few of mine. I can go into mine, then we'll go into yours. I love Expanded Perspectives. Go check them out. Dogman Encounters Radio. That's how I learned about Dogmen.
Yeah, that you sent me a few episodes.
I sent her. Or isn't he good? That's it's great.
Very good.
He also does another channel called No, that's another one. What? Something about Bigfoot.
Oh, was it the Bigfoot channel one?
My Bigfoot Encounter. That guy. He does the Dogman and the Bigfoot ones. I don't like the Bigfoot one as much because it's not him talking. It's just
Like someone else?
People saying their stories.
Oh, okay.
So it's not an interview style. Speaking of which, we would love to hear from you guys, our viewers, our listeners, our subscribers. If you guys have any stories, encounters, people you know, if you yourself have had an encounter with anything supernatural, cryptid, culty,
anything
we would love
weird,
to hear your stories.
Anything that is nonsense.
Anything nonsense related, or people would deem nonsense. We believe you. We're not. That's the other thing we want to talk about. We're not here making this podcast to make fun of people.
Yeah, or to say that you're crazy.
Crazy. No,
we're here to tell you we hear you and we believe you.
We believe you. This podcast
to a point.
Is to a point.
But
because this podcast is a safe
you.
Space. We hear you. We want to believe you.
Yeah.
Because we are very much at our cores skeptics, I want to say.
You know what? Honestly, I think this core of every single person who loves conspiracies are skeptics.
Yeah.
So like,
because there's that thing holding you back where you're like, I want to see it for myself.
And that's why you deep dive.
That's why we listen to podcasts like this. That's why we listen to Expanded Perspectives, Bigfoot, Supernatural podcasts.
Supernatural with Ashley
Flowers.
It's
because I think in the deep core of every human, we love that mystery of life, and we love to just be like, what if?
Yes.
What if there's a world in the mirror?
I agree.
What if there's aliens out there? What if the reptilian elite really are alive and are trying to take over?
OJ really kill his wife?
I think he did. I think it's been proven that he did.
Yeah, it has been. I
actually, no. Was he not convicted of that? Didn't they get him on other stuff?
I'm pretty sure he got him on other stuff. They just he never got convicted of murder. I think he did.
We think he did it, and we think it was the brother of John Benet Ramsey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not gonna lie, we think that's honestly probably what happened.
Now, like, David loves and David deep dives, and this is probably how it'll be for podcasts.
Yeah.
David will deep dive into things like conspiracies, Dogmen, Bigfoot. We both love it, but he loves the deep dive of that.
Yeah.
I'd love the deep dive of anything crime conspiracy related, cult related.
Yours is a little more real world.
That kind of real
quote
world
unquote real world
stuff.
Yeah.
I love...
Which, again, we would not count as nonsense.
Exactly.
Because that is,
anything is possible.
We're not saying that, like, some poor little girl's murder is nonsense. Like, no.
No.
We're deep dive. The nonsense is the nonsense.
The nonsense is behind who did it. The nonsense of that. The nonsense of... was no, like, you know, some cases there's no, like, DNA, there's no that.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
That's nonsense. Come on.
I'm not saying that the person who died what happened to them is nonsense. No, nothing ever is.
Yeah, we're saying that it's the nonsense of that is the tragedy of what happened.
Yes.
That shouldn't have happened. And the nonsense is, you know, the make-believe creatures, the cryptids. We're not saying that... Yeah, to clarify, we're not saying that, like, people's true real-life crimes
are nonsense.
In search of nonsense, we're searching for the nonsense of, like, how did you mishandle this crime? Why was this not handled? How was the killer of John Benet Ramsey not caught by now? Well, that's nonsense.
Yeah.
Madeleine McCain, Lisa Lam, all of that kind of stuff. We just wanted to clarify.
That's the nonsense.
That's the nonsense.
But that's, like, where the deep dives of us... different. That's where, like, we'll take different approaches to different podcasts.
Yeah.
There'll be times where I'm the side character.
Yeah.
And there'll be times David's a side character.
Yeah, I'll be bringing you the cryptids. But even said, though, you have certain cryptids you love. I have certain crimes that I love. Yeah. So it's a great shared experience.
It'll be very, very back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, my kind of favorite podcasts are Supernatural with Ashley Flowers. That goes really into the unknown, aliens, disappearances of people.
That's a fun,
I also love The First Degree. It's a true crime podcast. It's probably my favorite true crime podcast. I love one. They are from Britain, and it's called Red Handed.
Oh, okay.
And that one's their crime one, but they also have one on cults. I can't remember the name of it right now, but if you search up Red Handed, you'll find their sister podcast, which is about cults and vampire cults and everything like that. I also love this other podcast. I just started listening to it, and it's called, I believe, Don't Turn Off the Lights, but don't quote me. He kind of just, like, talks about certain crimes, certain conspiracies, any kind of weird phenomenons that go on. I've also listened to a couple of, like, David's podcasts that he's mentioned and then he sent to me, and I really like those.
Yep.
But on a weekly basis, those are my three. The Supernatural podcast has now ended, and she hasn't been recording anymore since, I believe, mid last year of 2022. Aww. But there are lots and lots of episodes that you can binge watch.
Deep dive into.
And deep dive into.
Yeah. And we hope to have this for a long time.
Until we all die.
Until we all die. Because if we, like, we're friends in real life. That's why we're here recording this together. And we share a love of the weird and spooky and supernatural, and we'd love to bring that to you guys for years to come.
Right to your beautiful little ears.
Right to your little ear boxes and your radios. Right to your cars.
TV.
To your TV, to your YouTube.
Phone.
Your phone.
Your iPad.
Your Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Your tablet. Your Kindle.
Your Kindle?
Your Kindle. Yes, because audio is on Kindle. Maybe even your Leapfrog. We, you never know. So, yeah, what else do we got?
I think that's it.
I think that's all the electronic devices.
Yes, but we want to bring this to your ears because we love it. So we know other people love it. We might as well talk about it.
We
Our
love
friends
this.
Are sick of hearing about it from us.
Yeah.
So.
And if you are, we're sorry to hear that. Because we're still gonna be here.
But just still hit like.
You hit that like, subscribe, and comment below.
At the bottom.
No, legitimately, we would love to hear from you guys. So we want your guys' stories.
Yep.
If you guys have any questions for us, feel free to send those in the comment section.
Because we will never answer the personal questions, so don't.
Unless it's like, what's your favorite ice cream?
Oh, stuff like that we'll answer. Yeah. But don't ask us where we live.
Yeah, no.
Or if we're single.
No,
or
because she is not and I am.
Yeah, so like just don't even ask us any of that. We won't answer, even though he just answered for us.
Yeah.
But don't.
But that's to say that don't bother her because she is a very attractive fiance.
Oh, I do. Yeah. I do have one.
Yeah. Sorry, chat. Sorry, yeah.
Big Chad. Big Chad.
Big Chad. Like Big Milk.
Oh my God.
Big Chad.
But I just this is something fun.
Yeah.
It's not taken too seriously.
No, because I think we both have
We're just shooting the shit.
Yeah, we're shooting the shit. We're just here to talk about fun, spooky, ridiculous, nonsensical things that happen in everyday life.
Things you can't explain.
Things you can't explain. Talking about folklore, monsters, and at the end of the day,
folklore
is the other fairies. That's a whole other thing that I learned from Expanded Perspectives. That like the Fae.
One of my mom's friends who has passed.
She had this Fae folk experience.
He had a Fae folk experience in England.
Ooh, in England. Ooh.
Yeah, so,
do we want to give him a little taste and then?
So he saw he was a photographer and he was photographing stuff, and he claims to have saw little fairies. And this dude loved...
Like little Polly Pockets running around?
Yeah. And this dude, love him. He's never steered me wrong. He has now since passed. But I 100% believe him. So he doesn't know if they were actually fairies, but he believes that they were beings.
So he's not denying that fairies is what they were, but he's saying that what he saw was real.
What he saw was real.
Yeah.
100%.
That's wild. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And like you hear stories of like gnomes, people seeing gnomes. Goblins.
Okay, I always thought these things have came from somewhere.
Yes. And it's always like the little but like where did the image of like the little gnome with the red hat and like the little coat gotta come from somewhere.
Where'd it come from?
Like,
I don't know. Like over there in Europe, it's super weird. Super weird, right?
There's a lot of spooky things that happen in Europe.
So like I totally, it's a.
It'll be a good season.
It'll be
a good first season.
Good. Like he said, we're going to be doing a lot. It'll be a combination of audio and visual. There'll be times where it's like the visual is not just us sitting here. The visual is us going somewhere and going to do something and taking the camera along for as much as we can, filming as much as we can.
Yep.
If we can't film much, then we just talk.
Then we'll go there and then come back and report to you guys. I would love to do like an episode at your cabin and do like water cryptids or like lake cryptids.
My cabin is super odd.
Ooh, that'll be a fun time. That'll be a good episode.
It'll be good.
That'll be a good episode.
My friends have like claimed that they feel weird shit there. Yeah.
We're going there.
Yeah.
We're gonna take you guys there with the camera.
Won't tell you where it is.
Won't tell you where it is, but we'll go there.
Yeah, we like our privacy.
Yeah. And that no one comes and kills us.
That's my fear. My biggest fear is that I get kidnapped and then killed. I don't know why. I just
the only good thing come out of that is then someone make a true crime podcast about us.
Have already decided who's going to play me.
Who's going to play you?
And Alexandra Daddario.
I can see that. Yeah. Or like a Selena Gomez.
Oh my God, Cell G. Yes, but
we love Cell G.
I'm not like.
You're not Hispanic though.
Yeah, so I feel like that's kind of like wrong.
Yeah, that could be Never mind. We're not going to do that.
Alexandra Daddario will play me.
Alexandra Daddario will play her.
Yeah, we'll play in my true crime podcast Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
Or HBO
coming,
series.
or HBO Max. Not HBO Max anymore. It's changed. They called it something else now. I think it's just Max.
I think it is. Yes. I don't know if I wanted it as a Max series though, because like a Max series is like very sexual.
Yeah.
Maybe a Hulu series.
I think in Lifetime.
Lifetime is more my vibe. Yeah. Hallmark.
Hallmark. I don't know if we want like Hallmark. I don't think they do true crime.
Lifetime.
Though. Lifetime.
It'd be very B movie, but that's okay. You know what?
I think you'd want it to be just that way. I think you'd want it to be like a B movie.
Yeah. Who would you want to play you?
Who would I want to play me? I don't know.
I
don't really know. Obviously, I don't really know who. If there's anybody that I look like. Me, like 30 pounds ago, probably Ludwig Ogren from YouTube. He's a streamer, YouTuber. That guy. Yeah. I see, right?
Yeah.
Like we could be cousins. Yeah. That's the closest I think anybody who actually looks like me. But other than that, I don't know.
You know who I could see playing you in like a Lifetime You Died kind of weirdly movie?
Who?
Oh my god!
Who?
You're gonna hate me.
Who?
It's okay, it's nothing like bad. But like one of those like...
Why would I hate it if it's not bad? One of those
like Nat Wolf. Like, those Wolf Brothers band?
The Naked Brothers band?
One of them. The guy from...
I don't think I look like them, though.
You don't look like them, but it's the awkwardness. It's the awkwardness.
Yeah. But I'm not awkward in a, like, ooh, we don't talk to him way.
No, not that kind of way. But I don't feel like they give off that awkwardness either.
That's what I mean. I'm like, I'm not really that awkward, though.
No, that's very true. I take that back. They wouldn't
Okay, so it's not Nat Wolf, and it's not Cell G.
Not Cell G.
Comment below, who do you guys think would play us in a Lifetime murder mystery of our lives that we were killed?
Jack Black.
If
Jack Black was younger and David was older.
And I was older. If Jack Black was younger and I was older.
Jack Black. We support Jack Black.
We support Jack Black.
Jack Black
we love Jack Black. School of Rock.
Yeah,
one of the best movies of all time.
Nerds. We love Star Wars.
Love Star Wars.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk probably about just space alien conspiracy. We didn't even talk about aliens really. Aliens. That's gonna be like a whole different series. I didn't know that there's also like different races of aliens apparently. There's like so like the reptilians or the Anunnaki, and then you got the tall whites. I think they're called.
That sounds racist.
It does. But they're called the tall whites. No, they're called the Nordics. They're the tall, blonde, blue-eyed people.
Like from Sweden?
Like from there. They say that they look like Sweden. They look like Sweden. They say hello.
I'm Swedish people.
I just turned into Trixie Mattel as a Swedish Cher. Hey.
Okay, is that like the Swedish chef?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, when I think of Sweden, I think of this Hannah Montana episode where they're like, yeah, honky tonk heartthrob, yeah.
Are you just speaking like a sim? We love Sims. We love Sims.
I told David about this sim game that I played, and it had aliens in it, and
that sounds like the perfect
never
sim
heard
game.
Of that
No.
one. So if you've heard of the sim game with the aliens,
is it like an expansion?
Okay, I don't know. I played it on my DS. I think
I
think
love
it was either
Sims.
on my DS.
That game is wild.
It was on my It was on something. I played it on something. So just like. Comment below.
Comment below what that Sims game that Brielle's talking about.
Please comment below.
If you're on YouTube. I don't think you can comment on Spotify.
I don't think so, but rate us on Spotify.
Rate us on Spotify. Can you rate us on Spotify?
I think 5 stars.
Yeah. Do that. Help us out.
Keep us going.
We
are hungry.
We're hungry for more. We hope that you're hungry for more content from us.
Mm-hmm.
We would love to do merch.
Yeah, there's this catchphrases that we say in real life that we would do.
Yeah.
I love a good merch.
I love a good merch.
I love a good merch.
I'll probably I'm sporting merch right now technically. I would love to every episode I'm wearing different merch. Yeah, of the people that I love and support.
I'll probably just wear a sweater. I like
that could be your merch.
Sweats.
I'm just thinking of ideas now of an alien beaming up a Bigfoot or something.
Colliding. Best of both worlds.
Hannah Montana, it all comes together.
The Disney conspiracies?
That's another one. That is another one. I'm fascinated by Disney conspiracies. I'm fascinated by, like, celebrity, like, the whole Avril Lavigne's dead. Like, what?
all the celebrities who have died,
who are dead.
Who people
yeah.
say are alive. Tupac, I see you.
There was, I was literally listening to a podcast, like, I want to say back in September or August. Apparently people were saying Gene Kelly, like, just died. Like, but he died way back when.
But he just died?
Yeah. They're, like, celebrities who will, like, fake... That's a whole other thing of, like,
Faking
celebrities
deaths.
who will fake their deaths. But then he, like, got into a car accident, and they were like, oh, yes, he just died again. And they're like, again? What do you mean again? And he was, like, in his... Yeah, so like, it was either Gene Kelly or somebody else that they were, like, up there in age. I think Gene Kelly might have been dead anyways. But see, it's stuff like this where it's like what?
Where you will love our podcast.
And imagine, like, even like, the idea of, like, you're the cop pulling up on the scene and, like, Michael Jackson's there. Like,
I'd have many questions.
I'm not saying that that's a conspiracy theory about Michael Jackson. I'm just saying that, like, imagine you pulling up and it's a celebrity that died years ago.
I would be shook.
I would be shook.
Would they pay me lots of money, though, to, like, not say anything? Because I would do it.
I totally would. You know what I want? I want the interview of did you ever see that interview? Speaking of celebrity deaths and everything, I'm fascinated by, I was talking about The Crown, like, the Princess Di. The guy who allegedly, like, was the assassin.
Yeah.
And, like, his tell-all because he was going to die on his deathbed.
Yep.
That shit fascinates me.
I don't believe that Princess Diana died in a car crash.
She 100% was fucking murdered.
She was murdered by the royal family.
And I don't think they missed her at all. I don't think they blinked an eye.
No, I don't think so. I think the only ones who really missed her were her kids.
Yep.
I don't like Meghan Markle. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd get that out in the open. I have nothing against her.
I don't really know what to think about those two. I don't know. I don't have enough opinion on those two.
They have, like, weird vibes. You know, she gives me witchy vibes. Like, high priestess vibes.
High priestess vibes. She could be... Okay, are they back in the royal family now?
No, I think that, like, he just kind of, like...
He was, like, truce?
No, I think they all still hate each other. Did you hear any of his book? Did you read his book?
No, but...
There's, like,
the audio
stuff.
clip of
like,
that.
Like,
are you talking about that stuff where he put it?
Yeah.
Then he made it think of his Prince. What's his name? Harry. What compelled him to write that? If those of you who don't know, there's a certain audio clip of Harry Styles. Not Harry Styles. That is a different.
That's a different United Kingdom prince.
That's different. Yes, both English, but not royal.
Not royal anymore. No.
Royal in our eyes, but not in the eyes of the royal
Harry
family.
Styles I'm not a huge fan, but I love those who do.
He talks about a part of his body and putting cream on it that reminds him of his mother.
Yes.
That I don't. Why? Why would you do that?
Mommy issues.
Clearly.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't want to hear that.
No, I don't.
Why? And also, like, what compelled you?
Especially audio, and he says it himself. He
narrates him talking about it.
Like, you know, like, maybe give me something better. Like, give me someone better.
What compels you to be like, this needs to be immortalized?
For the rest of time.
After his death, it's in books. It's in text.
We'll be learning about it in AP History in 2032.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. It's just
wild.
Terrible. And we're just so excited
to
start this journey.
And we hope you guys will join us along for the ride. And
who knows, maybe one day we'll all be proven wrong and this is all nonsense.
And this is all nonsense. But that's the beauty of it.
Because
we're in on the joke.
Yeah, and we'll never know.
We'll never know.
We're in a simulation.
The world could end tomorrow and this podcast doesn't come out.
Yeah.
And
we could die tomorrow because we're talking about this.
Yep. So this podcast doesn't come out.
You'll know.
You know what happened.
Yeah. One day you'll find it and you'll be like, wow.
They were nuts.
I've already been told that, so.
Yep. No, we're really excited about this, and we're excited to have you guys along the journey with us.
It'll be really fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourselves.
And we will see you guys next time in our next episode of... Are we doing St. Lupicin?
St. Lupicin.
St. Lupicin.
That'll probably be a two-parter.
I think so.
But...
We'll probably do one talking about it, and then the part 2 will be us going.
Yes, because in part 1 we'll talk, like, about werewolves, about dogmen.
Yep.
We'll really deep dive into that kind of stuff. And then,
get as much lore as we can about St. Lucasen.
And then part 2, we'll do our best to bring you along on the journey.
Yeah. Part 2 might be maybe not necessarily chronologically after it,
Yeah.
but whenever we can go.
Whenever we can get out there, because it's a drive, and we want to make sure that there is no snow, no rain.
Yeah. We want it to,
dry.
like, yeah.
We gotta
Who knows?
go
Maybe we'll have an encounter.
Yeah, and we gotta go
Comment
with our
below.
friends so that we're not going alone.
Yeah. Well, the crows are...
Crows are out, and that's probably a sign.
Crows are out and about, and I think that's a sign they're telling us to stop talking about spooky shit.
Crows are weird.
Crows are weird. Crows
I
are
believe
fucked.
in
And they
crows.
remember.
Yeah, I believe in crow folklore.
They have funerals. They have funerals. Did you know that? They hold funerals for their dead. And they remember. Yeah.
Do you remember?
Do you remember? April. Nope, that's a different thing.
November? What is it? The 8th of November?
Remembered something November.
The crows are coming. They're
crows are coming.
They're literally flying right beside my
They're actually, yeah.
So, like, we're gonna go.
We're gonna go, but yes, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is David.
And I am Brielle.
And we are...
In Search of Nonsense.
Bye, guys.